Hello, BookTube. Brr. I don't know what it is. I'm blaming it on COVID. I'm feeling cold. It's damp and it is chilly here for March. But anyway, I've been thinking ahead. I've been thinking of June. What happens in June? Well, a lot of stuff, but there's June on the Range. And a couple weeks ago, I was speaking through Voxer to a BookTube friend of mine, and we were just talking about what's coming up in the next couple months. And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to do June on the Range," and I sort of said what I'm going to do. And I've said this several times because I'm going to, or at least my plan was to stick to dime novels, like American dime novels, Western dime novels. And last year I did a couple, the Steam Man of the Plains, the sort of robot stories, and I've got more of those. So that's definitely, I'm going to do one a week of those. But while I was speaking to my friend, I was just leafing through a book that I have here, and I came across a reference. So I thought, that looks interesting. It's probably too expensive. So I looked it up on eBay, and there was one for £2.23 with shipping. So I thought, there's hardly any description to it, so I figured it's going to be rough shape, but as long as all the text is there, that's all that matters. Well, yesterday it came, and this is it. Look at the condition. It's an American edition with where they either call it deckled edges or American cut paper. Cover price was $24.95 US and $29.95 Canadian. And it's the hero of 100 fights, and it's collected stories from the dime novel king, Ned Buntline, edited and introduced by Clay Reynolds. Now it's four dime novels, and this was published in 2011 by Union Square. An imprint of Sterling Publishing. Okay. I'll just read you the flap here, and I'm really, really pleased to get this. His name was Edward Zane Carroll Judson, but he is known to history as Ned Buntline. In a life of as outrageous as any fiction, Buntline was a sailor, a soldier, a duelist, a showman, a gambler, a bigamist, and a rabble-rouser. But above all, he was a writer, arguably the most successful dime novelist of his day, at a time when the West was still being won. When its living legends had not yet assumed their statue of folk heroes, Ned Buntline not only wrote about them, he was one of them, a colorful figure among other colorful figures in the West. Now Western novelist and literary critic Clay Reynolds brings Ned Buntline's best-loved work back into popular culture with this handsome edition of 4 full-length unabridged novels, with an in-depth introduction that traces Buntline's controversial life and work and extensive notes setting the bibliographical details and acute literary analysis for each story. The hero of 100 fights is a long overdue celebration of a writer whose influence stretches from Owen Whistler and Jack London to Zane Grey, Louis L'Amour, and Larry McMurtry and Cormac McCarthy. The stories include there's Buffalo Bill, the King of Bordermen, Hazel Eye, the Girl Trapper, the Minor Detective, and Wild Bill's Last Trail. I am so excited to get this because it's got the extra material as well, just not the books, because I know I can get this stuff as ebooks, and as everybody knows, I have problems reading ebooks because of my eye. I can do it, but it's very slow. And just as an update, if anybody hasn't known, the sight has come back in my left eye. So yay! It's almost back fully at the moment, so that's really good. It's started on Tuesday, coming back. But no, I'm really really pleased with this, and it's like, it's the weirdest thing ordering stuff. Like you'll hear me moan all the time about how booksellers, they'll say it's as new and it comes ex library and all this stuff. So you want to pay more, hoping to get a better copy if that's what's concerned. But at the moment, I can't pay the extra amount, and I just wanted the text. And look what I got. I lucked out again. With this. So I'm really, really pleased with this. So, and also for June, as I say, I'll be doing these are all short things. So like one a week, it'd be no problem. And the Steam Man of the Plains. But also I'm reading the Sackett's series. And depending, I might speed it up there and maybe do one of those a week as well. Depending on where I am in the series. Like I'm doing about one a month at the moment, but I do have to speed it up because I think there's 19 of them and we want to finish it by the end of the year. So it's a perfect opportunity to do it. So, and if I haven't said, which I don't think I have, June on the Range was started by Michael K. Vaughan last year. And I was one of the co-hosts last year. And it was very enjoyable. I ended up doing like the Steam Man of the Plains ones because I'd forgotten I had some reprints of it. So I'm hoping I put all the stuff away in a box or got moved, and I have to find them. But hopefully, knock on wood, I'll find them by June. So anyway, here's looking forward to June on the Range and dime novel adventure. Western adventure. Thank you, BookTube.